Welcome to Gospel Everyday YouTube channel. Welcome, Mr. Caleb,
Thank you very much,
to the gospel
Precious.
for honoring this invite and for taking our time to come and share knowledge with us. Today we're going to be discussing Christians should be hardworking and excellent. And it has been observed that a lot of Christians don't do well when it comes to this area. They live a life of mediocrity and all of that. And you're one of the people that have seen that it's a role model to Christians. I'm not going to be talking about that because you are more experienced in this field. So I'm just going to be asking you some few questions. First of all, you introduce yourself, tell us who you are, what you do, and then you introduce the topic. Then I'll ask you some few questions that you learn from. So over to you.
All right, thanks for having me, Precious. My name is Caleb Ocheja. I'm a personal development coach. I'm an author, I'm an entrepreneur as well. I help people become the best versions of themselves. I write books and I do a whole lot of other things. And I'm a quantity surveyor by training. Right? So I'm also a musician. Yeah, we host a concert every year, and this year will be our fifth year of hosting a gospel concert. So I do a lot of things actually. Do a lot of things. So I'm really glad to be here to share on this topic. I consider it a honor and a privilege as well. So thank you for having me. Thank you.
Moving on, we're just going to talk about what it means. Is it God's plan for us as Christians to be hardworking and excellent, or is it just for people of the world? Because we see a lot of them taking the influence in almost all the areas. So, what do you think? Should Christians be excellent and hardworking with their work?
Uh yeah, number one, it's imperative to know that God is hardworking. Yeah. If you read through scriptures, you realize God created the earth for 6 days. He could equally do that in one day. He could do that in 5 minutes. He could do that in a minute. But I guess he expanded it to show humans that um, we are designed to work. We have two hands, we have a brain, we have two legs. As a matter of fact, when God created the first man, Adam, the first assignment he gave him was work. He put him charge over the garden. Right? So working is second nature. God. You have to work from the time you're born, you work till you die. There's no retirement. Working with God. So working is second nature to God. It's not debatable. Anyway, you need to work hard. Sure, to reach any pinnacle in life requires a lot of hard work. If you want to get close to God, if you want to carry spiritual gifts, if you want to manifest um in a high dimension of spirituality, you need to work hard as well. And the same thing in the natural. Nothing is gotten by mediocrity or laziness, right? So hard work cuts across all aspects of life. The only sad situation we have right now is most Christians they work hard spiritually, but when we come to the natural realm, when we come to daily activities, most people are lazy. Yeah, we enjoy fellowship with God, we enjoy church activities, we enjoy rehearsals and all of that. But when it comes to our real work, our purpose, most people are complacent about it, right? So they need to strike a balance, right, between all aspects of life, all angles, right? So yeah, I believe everybody should be hardworking. Laziness is not from God. Even the devil himself is hardworking. So anybody that is modeling laziness, I don't know who they got it from. I believe hard work is second nature to God.
Okay, thank you very much for that. That's
Yeah.
very true. I want to ask you if there are some people in the Bible that we can look up to as role models that actually did this and how we can learn from them, how we can practice this in our own lives.
But, there are many of them, right? The Bible has too many characters, and many of them were hardworking. Number one is Noah. We all know Noah built an ark. Now, prior to that, Noah was not a carpenter. Noah was not an experienced craftsman, but through hard work, he was able to build an ark that massive, right? So that is not something a lazy man can do. God doesn't give some tasks to lazy people, right? If not, they will abandon it. We have Ruth as well. Ruth was a hard worker. We have Peter. And in short, most of the disciples Jesus chose were actually people who were working. And he told them to leave their work and follow him. Right? Peter, leave your fishing and become fishers of men. Right? So God doesn't work with idle or lazy people. I'm sure we heard the quote, an idle man is the devil's workshop. Right? So God is not interested in lazy people because they will sabotage whatever he gives them to do. Right? So we have Noah, we have Peter, we have Nehemiah. Yeah, we built Jerusalem. We have Moses. We have a number of them. Right? So we can learn a lot from each of these characters. Right? So yeah, those are the few I can mention for now.
Thank you very much. Next, what I want to ask you is why Christians need to take that step of being hardworking, being more intentional with their work, and being excellent in our world today.
All right. Number one, God is excellent. You can see it in all his creations. God is an excellent God. He pays attention to details. Even the number of hair on your head, God knows the number. So that shows God is a very excellent God. And you can't be excellent unless you begin to pay attention to details. You pay attention to how you talk, you pay attention to how you dress, you pay attention to how you relate with people, you pay attention to everything, all the details of your life as much as you can. You have to pay attention to them. Because our model is God and all he's done is excellent. If you look at the creation of the earth, the solar system, the universe, the galaxy, how the earth rotates around the sun, how the earth rotates around the moon, it shows excellence. Right? Everything is working according to plan. Right? There's no day you wake up and they say sun refuses to shine. There's no day you wake up and they say streams are on vacation or streams or rivers refuse to flow. Right? So number one, we serve an excellent God. Number two, the world rewards excellence, right? The world doesn't reward mediocrity. And that's why we need to strike the balance. The world doesn't reward laziness. It doesn't, even as secular as the world is, they understand the importance of excellence. Right? So whether you are a believer or not, if you are not excellent, there is no reward for you on this earth if you are not excellent. That if you are not hardworking. You might be excellent spiritually and have your reward in heaven for as long as the principles of this earth is concerned, as long as time is concerned, you need excellence to flourish here on earth. Right? No, as believers, we have both time and eternity to spend. Right? So for time here, there are some principles that work are universal. Right? Number one is excellence and hard work. So you have to make sure those things are on ground first before you start talking about other things like favor, talking about things like mercy and the rest. Right? Do your part first, then wait for God to perfect the rest. Right? So number one, God is excellent, and number two, the world doesn't reward mediocrity. The world rewards only excellence. Right? So whether you are a Christian or whether you are, yeah, this is a Christian program. I believe I'm talking to Christians. So as a Christian, you must make sure you are excellent and hardworking. It shows you're representing your maker, right? And for you to receive reward here on earth, you need to be excellent and hardworking for your work to be recognized. Right. So those are two things I would do.
Can you share with us some habits that you practiced to become excellent like this? Can you habits we should stop practicing so that we could be more excellent with our work? Like just a few of them. Some habits that you think people should stop practicing so that they can be more excellent with their work and represent Christ here on earth. Like you said that Jesus, God is an excellent God. So what are those things you think we should stop practicing so that we can achieve that excellence?
So one is procrastination, right? Many people battle with procrastination. Many people and procrastination is or laziness is the cause of procrastination. So procrastination leads to indiscipline. Procrastination leads to indecisiveness, inconsistency, and a bunch of other things. Right. So number one, you must hate procrastination. Do what you are meant to do when you are meant to do it. Yeah. Number two, hate indiscipline. Indiscipline. As humans, we have emotions, we have feelings, and sometimes you don't feel like doing what is important, not because it's not important, but because your emotions are loud, right? So you must learn to put your emotions under control, subject them to your control, and do what you're meant to do at the right time, right? Number three, inconsistency. Many people are inconsistent. They start with something and abandon it halfway, right? So if you are going to dominate in this world, if you are going to be excellent, you need to be very consistent. Yeah, when you start something, when you embark on a journey on a project, make sure it's something you intend to finish. Many people have too many abandoned projects. And so when they're even praying to God to bless them, God doesn't know where to start from. Because God says, I'll bless the work of your hand. But when God cannot see any track record of consistency, any track record of discipline with you, what do you expect him to bless? So that's why many people are in churches today, many people are believers, but they still suffer mediocrity, they still suffer poverty, they still suffer a bunch of sickness and a bunch of other things, right? So consistency is important in our work with God and in our stay on earth here, right? And number four, indecision, right? Most people are very indecisive. And I understand making decisions can be a challenge for many, but there are techniques to making decisions, right? So you need to be very decisive. You need to know how to choose an option and how to act on it immediately. And so, number one, you need to avoid procrastination. Number two, you need to avoid indiscipline, inconsistency, and indecision. If you are going to be excellent, you need to avoid those things. And yeah, those are four things I really.
Thank you very much. I think that's all I have to ask today, and I've been really blessed by it. I would
Thank you
like
for
you
having me.
to tell us your social media pages, handles. So, how can we connect with you?
Connect with me on Instagram at Caleb Ocheja _ CALEBOCHEJA _ and on Facebook as well, Caleb Ocheja or Cheja Caleb, right? On Twitter and Threads, the same thing. Okay, Twitter is now X, but yeah, you can connect with me on those four social media platforms. And if you want to send me a mail, chejakaleb6@gmail.com. Right? So you can connect with me on this platform.
God bless you.
Thank you
Thank you
for
for
having
the
me.
honor.
Thank
Okay. Enjoy your evening, sir.
you.